gonna try and see if this thing will take a beating. And I like to do things a little bit differently, so I'm not just gonna drop this or anything like that. I'm not just gonna throw it in the snow and let it get all dirty and do what everybody else does. I'm gonna do something a little different, so give me 1 sec. So got an AR. I got the sight strapped to a little stand here. So you're probably wondering why I got it on here. Well, I'm going to put this 5 feet away from this. Some Tannerite. 3, 4, 5. I've got the sight pointed at the Tannerite. Holy cow. That was only 5 feet away. It's still standing. I could feel that shockwave. Okay. So you know what that means. We gotta do 3 feet away. 1, 2, 3. Right. Going hot. It didn't knock the stand over. All right, well, we're out here on a snowy day taking a look at the UUQ Red Dot sight. There's actually not really a name for it. It's got like a technical name, like the 16 something or other, but UUQ did send this out. They want me to do a review on it real quick, so that's what we're going to try and do. It's a little chilly out here. It's not as bad as it looks. It's definitely snowy because we got a major snowstorm about a week ago, and so far, we haven't had too many days over freezing, but right now it's 38 degrees and sunny. The clouds keep kind of covering the sun, so I'm sure the lighting's going to be weird. But later on in the day, it's supposed to get very cloudy, so I'm going to try and wrap this up as soon as possible here. And then I'll take it back inside and we'll take a closer look at it. It seems pretty solid. And then it also has your fiber optic sights right there. So if you want, you can put this on a pistol that requires you to remove the rear sights, and then you can still retain iron sights or fiber optic / iron sights, whatever you're going for. But UUQ does continue to impress me with pretty good features and reliability, robustness, all that kind of stuff. So we'll see how it does. Let me get these muffs back on. It's a little windy. I don't know if the microphone's picking that up, but bear with me. But the IWI Masada, it's a 9mm. It's got about a 4.2 inch barrel, something like that, and it's threaded. So later on, actually, I'm going to be suppressing it. But I just want to take some shots real quick with regular ammunition. I believe it's a mixture of blazer brass and some federal, like red box 100 rounds. Yeah, I know I keep losing lighting. Trust me, it's about to come back. There it is. All right, so yeah, let's just go ahead and take some shots. This is a 17 round mag, but I have it loaded up with just 15 rounds. Again, of that CCI blazer and the federal stuff, whatever it's called, like target match, not match. It's like a target planking load. And we're at 12 yards. I haven't sighted this in yet. I just kind of sighted it in with the irons. It is a 2 MOA dot. So bump it up. It's plenty bright, that's for sure. I can see it really well, even though I lost light. Again, whatever. Let's just take some shots here. Hopefully y'all can see the targets. It's I use white paint on my targets, and obviously there is a white backdrop with all the snow. All right. All right, so it's shooting a little left. I'm not really going to adjust it too much, just because I'm trying to save time here. So I'm just going to think that I got to aim a little bit to the right. See if I can hit the little target. Yeah, that was actually too far to the right. drop my mag in the snow. I think it's retaining zero pretty well. So nothing bad so far. So full disclosure, actually, this is the second time UUQ sent this out. It did have a little bit of issues. I lost zero when I was first filming this video, and they said, don't worry about it, we'll just send you out another one. That happens a lot with these low budget optics, is that sometimes you're just gonna get a lemon, and then you can always send it back, and they'll send you or actually in my case I didn't even have to send it back, so now I got one that's kind of broken. Let me actually go ahead and suppress this, and I'll be right back. Alright, so this right here is the JK Armament JK 105CCX 9mm can. It is a modular suppressor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 baffles, and then you got this one like tuning baffle here. But yeah, all in all, pretty compact for a 9mm. Obviously, you can also take it all the way down to like one size or one baffle if you want, which makes it kind of the perfect conceal and carry suppressor. Or you can just leave it like this, and it's a great nightstand suppressor. So this is actually not meant for heavy use. It's more just like, duty purpose or mission specific. I got it for my M&P shield, and that is my nightstand gun. So anyways, we're going to be shooting some, this is Freedom Munitions Hush, which is their line of suppressor ammunition. And I believe it's a 147 grain projectile. I'm going to just shoot a couple off into the hillside so you guys can hear how quiet it is, or not. I think it's pretty quiet. Alright. So I haven't zeroed it with the can. Let's just see where it's shooting. Again at 12 yards. Woo. That's like dead center. I like it. Something's kind of wrong with my mag release on this Masada. It's the first issue I've ever had with it, but it's a little tougher to press than it used to be. Still maintaining zero. Alright, so I actually brought out another gun that I want to test this on. It's 45 ACP. It is a pistol caliber carbine. So let me go get that. Huzzah! It actually looks really cool, I'm not gonna lie. So this right here is the Foxtrot mic FM45 with a 5-inch barrel. I've got a few mags here. This is the Chris Vector extension, but it's a 30 round mag total that you put on a Glock, what is it, the Glock 21? Then I've got a few other mags, a Korean right here, just loaded up with 20 rounds. And then an ETS, which is falling deep down in my pocket. It's an 18 round mag, but it just loaded up with 15 rounds. This right here is a 30 round mag, like I said, but just loaded up with 25 rounds. So yeah, let's go ahead and see how it does with the recoil of a 45 caliber. And this is a straight blowback design, so it's pretty rough. It's not the softest shooting firearm out there, that's for sure. But I didn't sight it in, so let's just see where it's hitting. Those damn clouds. There's no point in waiting for the clouds. It's like after one comes in and goes away, another one's right behind it. So we're just working with the lighting here. It might be kind of dark, sorry about that. All right. All right, so shooting a little left. Same as the pistol. So easy to make hits though. Running like a champ. Again, I don't really want to drop these in the snow. Put in this Korean mag. I believe it's a KCI. I'm not really too sure. It says RDS on the bottom. I forgot exactly what that is. I love this gun. This thing's so much fun. Got a few more rounds here. Ooh, failure. What is going on here? Hang on. This mag releases, or mag slide stop, whatever it's called. It's kind of giving me some issues. Let's see here. There we go. Last round. Alright. So now, let's just do the ETS mag. First of all, I forgot, I think this is Norma right here. I believe I was just shooting some Celium below. This gun really only likes good stuff. I've tried with Tula, I've tried with other stuff, other cheaper stuff, but it just doesn't like it. But it does like the good stuff. I say that now, it's giving me all sorts of issues. Uh-oh. It's not the sight's fault, obviously. We're getting double feeds. Maybe it's the Norma that it doesn't like. It definitely likes Celium below. That's what I had in that first mag that was 100%. So I'm thinking that the Norma, this stuff, this gun doesn't like. So far though, we're definitely staying zeroed. Think I got one in the chamber. You know what? I think I'm gonna just call it on this mag. Look at this. Hopefully y'all can see it, but the round is blocking the chamber. It like went straight up vertically. So that's cool. It's there, come on. Can't even really, it's definitely jammed up in there pretty good. Yeah, I can move it. There we go. Dang. Alright, just got 4 rounds left. Let me try and get these off. Alright. There it is. And she's staying zeroed. Yeah, it's a good sight. It's robust enough. It's definitely bright enough. Especially out here, it's pretty bright actually with the sun reflecting off the snow. If I aim it straight in the sky, I can definitely still see the dot. Yeah, it's a pretty crisp dot too. For what it is. I mean, for the price, it's not going to be your RMR crispness, but it's crisp enough. Like KFC, right? Okay, so I think that's going to just about do it. But I want to do one more little test. We're basically going to try and see if this thing will take a beating, and I like to do things a little bit differently, so I'm not just going to drop this or anything like that. I'm not just going to throw it in the snow and let it get all dirty and do what everybody else does. I'm going to do something a little different, so give me 1 second. All right, So got an AR. I got the sight strapped to a little stand here, and just to show you guys, it is on right now. See if I can get it on camera. Let's see here. It is tough to see. You might just have to take my word for it. I'm not sure if that's coming up on camera. So you're probably wondering why I got it on here. Well, I'm going to put this 5 feet away from this, some Tannerite, and we're just going to test the shock proofness of it with some, shock wave from actual explosion. So I know it's a little bit overkill, but why not? It's a beautiful day out here. You can't go wrong with Tannerite. Hopefully. All right. We'll probably put the Tannerite right here. 5 feet away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I've got the sight pointed at the Tannerite. And this right here, by the way, is just a PSA build. Is it PSA? Actually, it's an Anderson lower, but I believe most of this came off PSA. It's just kind of a simple rifle. But yeah, let's go and take some shots, and hopefully one shot. We'll see if I can hit it. All right, here goes nothing. 5 feet away. Oops, safety. I'm not exactly sure what this is zeroed. Let me take a shot real quick at the target, actually. Give me 1 sec. I almost forgot to press record there. I resprayed the small target because that one is, yeah, I'm recording. Okay, good. I resprayed the small target because that one is AR 500. The other one, the silhouette target, is not AR 500, so this would go straight through it. But yeah, I took one shot, and I don't know if you guys can really see it, but I hit right in the middle. I think I was aiming a little too low, just those first few shots, because I could actually see on the target stand itself that it went straight through it. Luckily, without knocking it over. But anyways, I got to aim pretty much right above the Tannerite. I should hit it. Should hit it, right? Okay. Safety. I always forget that safety. Holy cow. That was only 5 feet away. It's still standing. I could feel that shock wave. Okay. So you know what that means. We gotta do 3 feet away. No visible damage. And we still have a dot. So, all right, got one more Tannerite here. By the way, these are half pounders, but that's pretty crazy. 5 feet away, I could feel the shock wave from here, which was, I don't know, maybe 12 to 15 yards, something like that. But surprisingly, it didn't knock over that stand. It did, however, obliterate the stand that the Tannerite was standing on. But I'm gonna try and see if I can just take one of those stakes and stick it in the ground, put this on top of it from 3 feet away. All right. Got 1, 2, 3. Right there. That should do it. Are we still on? Yeah. We're still on. It does have a shake awake feature, so I was just making sure it didn't go off. But if you move it just a little bit, it comes right back on. Alrighty. Make sure I'm recording. Yep. Alright. Half pound of Tannerite from about 3 feet away. This one's gotta knock the stand over. Alright, let's see here. Going hot. didn't knock the stand over. Oh man, life is good. That never gets old. I could feel that shockwave again. Let me go check it. It looks like it blew the sight off the stand. Yeah. There it is. No way. We still have a dot. That's awesome. I'll see if I can get it to come up on camera. Who knows though if that's still zeroed. I mean, it seems like it. Because I can kind of use these fiber optic rear sights to line it up, and it seems like it's still at least zeroed where it was. Alright, where is that dot? Yeah, you guys might not be able to see it again, but it's there. I promise. Well, anyways, it's a little wet now from falling in the snow, but it's still all in one piece. It doesn't have any cracks in the lenses. It's got, you know, moisture all over it now, but I mean, that dot is definitely still on, so that's cool. All right, let's go ahead and get inside nice and warm, maybe a cup of coffee. We'll take a closer look here at this UUQ Red Dot sight. I just had to show you guys this. This is crazy. So this is, I swear I did not put the stake back in the ground, but it's still sticking, still standing there. As small as it was. Oh wow, I think it blew it straight down into the ground. That was hard to take up, and it's got dirt on it now. I just had it in the snow before. That is awesome. It literally just went pow and hammered that thing straight down into the ground. Ah, maybe that's a new construction tool idea. Explosives. Do they already do that? I think they already do that. So, anyways. All right, let's get back inside with this little red dot. All right, welcome back. So, here's the mount that it was on. I just took the screw out, but I was holding it like this. But I just wanted to show y'all that this mount got, or stand or whatever, got pretty peppered. And then, look at that. Piece of plastic like really embedded itself in the wood. So, I mean, that Tannerite was obviously, you know, provided quite a little explosion there. Nice little test. So, anyways, here is the sight itself. And right now, you can see there's that dot. We are still on. One thing that actually happened that I just realized when I was, after the, you know, I turned off the camera and everything when I was out in the field, is that I think the Tannerite actually did mess up the on and off, because right now I can't turn it off, and it's stuck on the high setting too. So, you know, I guess it's good that it's stuck on. It does have a 1 hour shut off, so at least you know, it does go off by itself. But I'm sure that most people that buy this red dot right here, they're not exactly going into war zones and taking on explosions and stuff like that, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. You know, whatever. The fact that I can't turn it off right now, it's not that big of a deal, and the fact that I can't even lower the brightness is not that big of a deal either. I think the average person that buys this is probably going to be just fine, as long as you don't have a half pound of Tannerite go off literally right next to like 3 feet away from the site. So anyways, just real quick, these are the firearms I was using. The IWI Masada right here, as well as the Foxtrot Mike FM45. Yes, I believe that's the FM45. And then just real quick, I just went ahead and put this M&P shield on the table, because this is the suppressor that I was using, which is the JK Armament CX, what is it, the 105 CX. And, you know, this is my nightstand gun right here with a Streamlight TLR6 light on there, and a 13 round magazine. I don't have it loaded up right now, but I will right after this video's over with, and I'm gonna stick it right there on my nightstand. So now I got a nice little suppressed firearm to take care of any business, any bumps in the night, so that way I'm not gonna blow out my eardrums. So anyways, let's just get back here to the sight. So first of all, let's just talk about the name of the Red Dot sight. It's just simply called the Mini Red Dot sight, and there's no like specific name other than, as you can see right here on the case, it does say HD 1623. But you know, some other UUQ sites have a name like the Eagle or whatever, things like that. But you know, I'll go ahead and leave a link in the description in case you want to check it out, because if you just simply search UUQ Mini Red Dot, you might come across a bunch of different models. So like I said, I will leave a link in the description. But as you can see, it does have a multi-coated lens. It does have 800G shockproof rating, and also an IPX65 waterproof test, which basically just means you can get it wet. And I'm guessing that's because this is an open emitter red dot right here. So if you do submerge this, then water will probably get in. But for the average shooter, I don't really think that's going to be much of an issue. You know, I want to go scuba diving with this red dot, for example, or snorkeling, but you can definitely have this out in the rain, have it out in the snow, all that kind of stuff, and get a bunch of moisture on it, which actually is what happens. I don't know if you can see, but that lens is kind of dirty. So they're not dirty, but it just has some water droplets from the snow. And as you can see, it's still working just fine. So, oh yeah, and then last feature is that it does have a 2 MOA dot. It does seem a little bit bigger on camera, but if I were to learn how to use the focus on my camera, I could probably show you guys that it's actually a pretty crisp dot. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now, and it doesn't really have too much bloom, at least for a low budget red dot like this one. I do want to talk about the cons first, because there's just a few of them. First of all, these adjustments right here, they do have clicks, but they're not that tactile. They're kind of clicky. You can hear them, which is good, because I think that kind of helps maintain zero whenever there's sort of like a detent in there that keeps the adjustments from turning. That it does seem to maintain zero better than really cheap red dots that don't have clicks whenever you're adjusting them. But you know, like I was saying, this one actually did not lose zero, and you can see that if I line up the pistol sights, that this just sits right above that front sight, so it's still definitely zeroed. Cons though, you know, like I was kind of getting to, this is a really thick sight. It's definitely thicker than your average sight, like an RMR or something like that, or a hollow sun. Then again, those are like 2 to 3 times the price of this guy. So, you know, you do get what you pay for, but that kind of makes it so that these rear fiber optic sights sit up pretty high. As you can see, it's definitely higher than the pistol sights themselves. In order to actually utilize these rear sights, you would need a very tall front sight blade, which I don't really think a lot of people want to put that on their gun. Because right now, like I was saying, this Mossad actually did come with suppressor height sights. You can definitely see those irons through the view, or through the lens. Like I said, that these rear fiber optics are just going to be a little too tall to really have any kind of practical use. But you know, that's not to say that you can't use them excuse me, in a pinch. You know, if the optic goes down and then you don't have a rear sight, like a lot of pistols, you have to remove the rear sight in order to affix a red dot onto your pistol. Although most pistols these days I think manufacturers are starting to figure out that people want to be able to maintain rear sights as well as put a optic on their pistol. So most newer pistols, you don't actually have to remove the rear sight. So just something to keep in mind, I guess, if you are planning on using these fiber optic sights right here. This is, like I said in the shooting portion of the video, this is the second time that UUQ had to send this out, because I was shooting this, actually, here's the other one right here. Whoops, some screws were falling out. So here's the first one. So this sight, there's the dot right there. And it still is functional, or at least the dot, the buttons. So if I were to hold it down, there you go, it just turned off. So at least, you know, obviously it still works, but it did lose zero really badly. And these adjustments just stopped working. So, you know, it's not like you can't send it back and have UUQ and Amazon make it right, because clearly you're not only dealing with UUQ's customer service, but which is really good. They're very responsive, and you're also dealing though with Amazon's customer service. So really, you don't even have to deal with UUQ. You can just simply do a return and replace with Amazon, and they'll send you out another one, as long as you probably send this back in. And then one other small con, which I'm going to get to here when we take a look at what comes in the box. But the screws that you have to use are very long. And for whatever weird reason, it only came with one screw in this box. And then with the first sight that they sent out, when I had to attach it to my pistol, I was trying to find another screw that I could use, another long screw. And luckily, if you're anything like me, you've got, let's see, where are they? So if you're anything like me, you've got like a whole collection of screws. So luckily I was able to look through this right here and find a screw that would fit in here, as well as the right length and as well as size and everything. So I was fine. But if you're just ordering this and you want to attach it to a pistol that has a plate, you know, as you guys can see, the Masada does utilize a plate, so there's just a little bit extra space right there that the most of the screws that came with the sight itself were just not gonna work. They were not long enough. So luckily I was able to you know, find a extra screw in here. But then when UUQ sent out the second one, I just used one screw from the first, you know, from this one, and then I used the second screw from this one right here. So I don't really know why they do that. Let's just go ahead and take a look at that right now. As a matter of fact, what you get in the box. So it comes in your pretty typical plastic box right here. These boxes are great. I mean, there's really no complaint there. And it does come with an extra battery, which is really nice. And right here is I believe this is like a Glock mount right there. It does have a cover, which is not, it's kind of a flimsy cover. It's not really, sorry, it's out of focus. There we go. It's not really the kind of cover that I like, so to say. And then if you have it on a pistol too, it's not really going to be able to, hang on one sec. I don't really think it's going to be able to, you know, stay on there very well, because it kind of sticks up right there in the front. So yeah, it just drops right off. But if you have it, say, on a Picatinny rail mount, like this one right here, which it also comes with, then this cover right here will stay on there just fine. So, you know, keep that in mind, that if you put it on the pistol, you're probably not going to be able to use the cover. But if you put it on something like this, or an AR or whatever, you will be able to use the cover. So, getting back to what it comes with, little snack for later, of course, and then an adjustment tool for adjusting the elevation and windage. The extra battery, which I already went over. It does have a lens cloth and a little warranty card in there, but So you can see here's all the screws, and then it comes with 3 different Allen wrenches too. I think there's an Allen wrench for two different sizes of screws, and then there's the Allen wrench for adjusting the Picatinny screws right here, the mount screws. So it does come with 3 different Allen wrenches, which is okay. I mean, it's fine with me. It'd be nice if they can make everything just one size, but as long as they include all the wrenches you need, there's really no problem. But you can see all these little screws right here, and for whatever reason, like I was saying, it only came with 1 screw in both, both different boxes. So 1 screw for that would fit this Masada right here, as well as probably most pistols out there, because most pistols do utilize a mounting plate of some sort. So keep that in mind. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure that if you don't have an extra screw, you could probably contact UUQ, but I'm hoping that when UUQ sees this video, because they do want me to do this review, so I assume they're watching. Hey guys, how you doing? I hope that you can include 2 screws of each kind in here, and more specifically the long narrow screws that only came with 1. Just put a second one in there, please, because most guys will probably need it like I did. So yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it. I guess pros, I did talk about the cons. Pros is that it's nice, it's a sleek design. It's not too high. The window is plenty big, but it's also not going to be like overly big, like an SRO kind of style or anything like that. So it actually works really well with my holster setup right here. It's not hitting this magazine. What else is there to really talk about? I mean, I went over the features, went over, pretty much everything I can think of. So I guess that's going to do it. This is going to be the UUQ Mini Red Dot, and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.